Okay, so let's try C and D together now. So we have 3,000 grams. That's over 1. And we want to multiply by a conversion factor that's going to cancel out our grams and leave us with kilograms. And so if we look on our formula sheet, it tells us that 1,000 grams equals 1 kilogram. So I can say 1 kilogram per 1,000 grams. Remember, that's really just multiplying by 1. I'm going to get an equivalent answer. It's just going to be in a different form. So I can cancel out my grams here. And now I'm going to have 3,000 divided by 1,000 gives me 3. And that's in kilograms. Okay, next one. We have 29 kilograms, and this time we want to get to grams. So step 1, I'm going to write that out of 1. Step 2, we want a conversion factor. This time we want kilograms on the bottom and grams on the top. And if you look at your sheet, you'll see there's 1,000 grams per kilogram, just like last time. But this time our grams is on the top. Okay, that allows us to cancel out our kilograms, and we're left with 29,000 grams. So our answer here is 29,000. Now, if you want a different way to do these, you can always use the staircase approach. So for example, on question D, let's go to the staircase on your formula pages, which is 1 over from the conversion factors. And we're looking at weight, so we're looking at that middle staircase there. We're starting in kilograms, so we're starting at the very top of the staircase. We want to get to grams, which is 1, 2, 3 stairs over to the right, which means that our answer is going to move our decimal place 3 over to the right. So we started with 29 kilograms, so our decimal was right after the end of that whole number there. We're moving 3 over to the right, so our decimal place is going to move 3 over to the right, which means our answer then would be 29,000. So that's another way to do these if you prefer. All right, let's try the next one. We have 500 centigrams. I'm going to make that over 1. We're going to multiply by a conversion factor that will give us grams. So we want centigrams on the bottom so they cancel out and grams on the top. Now this one, let's see, is that listed in your chart? I don't think so. It's not. So this one you do have to refer to the staircase to figure out. So if you look at your staircase, it says 1 centigram, and under that same stair, it also kind of converts it to grams as 0.01 grams. So we would say 0.01 grams is 1 centigram. Then we can cancel out our centigrams, and we'll be left with 500 times 0.01. So go ahead and calculate that out, and you'll get 5 grams. Okay, so our answer here is 5. Now, if you had said, well, hang on a sec, I know that centi means 100. So I know if I'm trying to do this conversion factor, there's going to be 100 centigrams in 1 gram. So you could have done that, and what will you get? You'll get the same answer. You will also get 5 grams this way. So there's multiple ways to do this, which is what I love about math. In fact, if we want to go even further, let's do the staircase. So we're in centigrams. Let's look on our staircase. That's just 1 over from the left there. So we're starting at centigrams. We're moving 1, 2 stairs to the left to get to grams. So that means here's our 500 centigrams we started with. We're moving 2 over to the left, which means our decimal place is going to be 2 over to the left. So once again, we're left with 5 grams. All right, next one. We've got a whole bunch of kilograms here. We're trying to get to tons. So step 1, I'm going to write that out as a fraction out of 1. And then I want to multiply by a conversion factor. I want kilograms to go away, and I want to be left with tons, or as my dad would say, tonnes. Okay, so metric tons. So if you look at your formula sheet, you will see 1,000 kilograms equals 1 metric ton. Okay, so that means we're dividing this number by 1,000. Feel free to use your calculator on this if you prefer. Our kilograms are going to cancel. And so we're going to be left with 324 and 567 thousandths of a ton. Okay, if you use this doing the staircase method, we would be starting. Do we have tons? We don't have tons. You'd have to draw it on your staircase further over to the left. So let's not do the staircase on that. Let's just do that with a conversion factor. So we end up with 324.567. Okay, go ahead, pause this video. Try those next two on your own. Okay, and let's do these next two together now. So we have 13,400 kilograms. And we want to be left with tons. I'm going to write that over 1. We want to be left with tons, so we want to get rid of our kilograms. Ton is going to go on the top. And we have 1,000 kilograms per ton. And so essentially what we're doing then is we're dividing that number by 1,000. And so our kilograms are going to cancel. And we're left with 13.4 or 13.400. Both numbers would mean the same thing. Tons. Last one. We have 0.76, or I should say 76 hundredths of a ton. And this time we want to convert that to kilograms. So let's start by making it a fraction out of 1. And then we're going to multiply it by a conversion factor. We want tons to cancel. So this time tons are going on the bottom. Kilograms are going on the top. And there's 1,000 kilograms for every 1 ton. Our tons are going to cancel here. And so we're multiplying 0.76 by 1,000. And what does that give you? 760. So you end up then with 760 kilograms.